So moving on, we are doing this new thing now called the Mumble Awards. Okay, so we're pretty excited to do this. We're going to be doing some movie and video game awards. So in category number 1, we have the esports game of the year. Okay, guys, our nominees are Fortnite, Overwatch, Apex Legends, Rainbow Six, and CS:GO. And the winner is Rainbow Six.
I mean, obviously, because the only other good one there is CS:GO. Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm gonna be an insider and leak something. Gage made this list. This is not a list made by any huge committee of people. This was Gage. He made this list. We voted on the games given. Okay, but just Brody putting that out there. What about Brody? What, you saying
he helped me do it?
Oh, still not a huge committee, you know.
Huge committee of Brody.
So the reason that Fortnite is on there is obviously because it's an esport. It's very popular
for some reason. I don't know why.
Bernie and I have played a lot of Fortnite.
If you play Fortnite, if you're listening to this podcast and you play Fortnite, I want you to know that I am personally disappointed in you. You exactly.
But here's the big thing, though. It's not because it's a popular game that people like it. It's because of the fact that it gets regular updates. And no matter what, there's always going to be new content to play with. And
I think it's just a game that 5-year-olds like because it's colorful and bright.
No. That's why Fortnite is so popular, because of the fact that it gets so many regular updates on a weekly basis. There's even daily uploads, daily updates on some weeks. There have been in the past. And in Overwatch, I've only played a few rounds of Overwatch, not really familiar with it, but I know it's a very popular game in the esports section.
I used to play a fair amount of Overwatch on PS4, but now that I've switched over to PC pretty much entirely, I haven't really played it at all.
I've had friends who have played Overwatch in the past. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's very boring. Apex Legends, though, we played a lot of that in the beginning of 2019 when it came out. Very enjoyed that game very much. Got boring, but then they started adding content like Fortnite, and I haven't played it in a while, but I've heard, and that is very popular in the esports genre.
Would it be worth a re-download? Because I don't know what they've done to it. I just only played it when it first came out.
I think it is, yeah. Rainbow Six, the winner. The reason that one is because, Isaac and I play a lot of it.
It's a great game, okay? I love Rainbow Six.
It is a good game. It's fun. It doesn't get boring. We play sometimes, 5 hours at a time. So I mean, it's very fun.
And I mean, the little bit of none of us, I don't think, really watch esports because this is what the category is on. But I've actually watched a little bit of Rainbow Six, esports and stuff on YouTube for it, and I think it would be the most entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, and then CS:GO. I mean, we've all played CS:GO. They made CS:GO free recently. Very, very, very fun game. I enjoy playing whenever I can. It's a very old game, however.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling its age, in my opinion. Whenever I play it still, I play it fairly often, but it definitely doesn't have the new game polish to it.
But it's still extremely fun. Brody, do you like CS:GO?
That one time I played it, it was okay.
I thought it was pretty fun, the custom game.
I don't think I would return to it, though.
So, the winner of Esports Game of the Year...
it really does feel like a game you're playing that's we're in 2008 again, you know?
But the winner of the Esports Game of the Year is Rainbow Six. So, moving on to the category number 2, games with regular support. Now, by this, we mean regular updated games. Our nominees are Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto Online, Rainbow Six, Destiny 2, Apex Legends, and Ark Survival Evolved. So Fortnite, obviously, very fun. We talked about that in the last category. Regular updates. It's supported so much. Grand Theft Auto Online, that gets a lot of updates now. They actually are releasing a new heist update. They've released quite a few big updates this summer. And that is one of my favorite games of all time. Rainbow Six again. They update it quite frequently, whether it's a bug fix, a map change, or a new skin, a new operator.
Well, they add new operators fairly routinely.
Destiny 2, that gets routine updates all the time. Very fun game. I've only played a few hours of Destiny 2. I enjoyed it. Apex Legends again, and Ark, Survival Evolved. That gets pretty regular updates, whether it's bug fixes or new items added. And the winner of this category is once again Rainbow Six Siege. Oof, yeah. Isaac and I liked that game, and Brody voted for it. I do believe, and
well, it's because it's only 3 of us, you know. Do remember, this is a small group of people opinions. This is nothing significant.
Next year we'll do a poll. How does that sound? Next year,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a new thing. Every the week before New Year's, the last week or so of December, we'll do this. And so our third category is Best Movie of 2019. Our nominees are Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Joker, Avengers Endgame, Ford v Ferrari, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, and Zombieland 2.
I think we should break each of these down, okay? So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, bad movie. It's a bad movie. Don't let Brody tell you otherwise.
I disagree. I like it.
It's so poorly structured. It's such a hard movie to follow. The only one good thing about that movie is like Brad Pitt. Is the dramatic ending to it when he shoots the girl with a flamethrower in the pool. That was cool. The rest of it, lame.
I thought you liked Brad Pitt, Brody.
I do. Isaac just said one of the greatest things about the movie and I interrupted with Brad Pitt.
Okay.
I thought it was a great movie.
Joker was an okay movie.
I'm going to put it out there.
Joker was an okay movie. I liked it at first, but obviously, you think about it for a few weeks after you saw it, and you kind of realize that it's not as good as you thought it was.
Well, it was very dramatic. It was very emotion inspiring. You could feel the movie. Not most movies, it's clearly just fake, crappy storytelling. But in that, you could really feel it. You could kind of level with the Joker. And then they had several dramatic twists through the movie, and I really liked it.
Avengers Endgame, obviously the epic finale of the Avengers saga. Very good movie. Very hyped, highly anticipated movie. We all liked it. I mean, I liked it. Isaac liked it. Brody, did you like Avengers Endgame?
No, just another superhero movie for me, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, we just recently saw that.
Was a terrible movie.
I liked it. It was a good movie.
I thought the CG
Brody is
was really
a liar.
Good,
okay?
CG was 10 out of 10.
CGI was great. The storytelling, it was more dramatic than the other 3, or the other 2, I mean. It was the best of the 3, for sure. The first one, the first 2 were just too much for children. And the second one was just really crappy, storytelling. There was lots of things that they went and did, and it was pointless. And it was just a very slowly paced movie. Very little happened throughout the entire movie.
I can agree with that. I do think this one was the best of the newer trilogy.
Yeah. So I think
I disagree.
Just because it had a lot of
I thought Force
going on.
Was the best of this trilogy,
and I think the acting was the best out of the 3. Because I don't know, maybe it's just the actors have gotten more used to their roles, which you would hope they'd be able to do anyways. But
at first it was like they were throwing this big staff. They highly anticipated a movie. Everyone was going to look at it and judge it.
Right.
So that's kind of a hard thing to get up to fans' expectations. But nonetheless, I mean, it was a good movie. But obviously, I'm not a huge fan of it. Brody isn't either. So
I liked
CGI was
Zombieland 2. So this movie is the sequel to the 2009 Zombieland movie. Isaac didn't go see it with us, but I think he watched it online. It was a funny movie, very good movie. I thought I really enjoyed it. Brody, did you like Zombieland too?
I think I could have gone my whole life without it.
Yep. Well, the winner is Ford versus Ferrari, which was an amazing movie.
Yeah, no, it was phenomenal. It
Hands
was
down.
I was sitting like up in my seat the entire time. It was so interesting. I'm not much of a car person, like a car racing person, but it was so interesting.
That's what I think. That is a great point. I'm not a car person either at all, but that movie was like great.
It just hands down.
It was awesome.
It kept my attention the whole time.
Yes, it was really good. I thought. I loved it. I have always been a racing fan, but I didn't know what to expect from this movie. But my expectations were blown away. Actually, I thought it was going to be a very average movie, but it just so happened to win the Mumble Award for Best Movie of the Year.
The most prestigious of awards.
We'll have a statue, so if the producers want it, I'll send you one. I'm just kidding.
We're too poor for that.
So what?
I said we're too poor for that.
Yeah. Moving on, though, number 4. Best Multiplayer Game of the Year. Not of the year, but like best multiplayer game that's still going. That's very popular. So Fortnite, Apex Legends, GTA Online, and Rainbow Six. All these games, again...
We've already talked about them. Besides, did we talk about... No, we didn't talk about GTA.
GTA, I mean, I love the game. It's an old game, though, but it's still very popular. It's still popping.
Old game. Everybody's seen it.
CSGO is still an old game.
The multiplayer kind of sucks on it, too, because, like, I don't... Whenever I go and play GTA 5, I just, like... I join in, and then some guy on the hover bike just laser blasts me every time I spawn in.
You're retarded, obviously. Jeez.
Like, it's...
But,
it's not even fun.
Anyway,
other people
is
ruin
Rainbow
it.
Six. The winner is Rainbow Six.
I enjoyed GTA Online when it came out.
Yeah. The winner, though, is Rainbow Six Siege. So moving on to the final category, Game of the Year. Our nominees are Sekiro. This game Brody played for months. Brody, Sekiro, talk about it.
It's a great game. I love Dark Souls. If you love Dark Souls, you probably love Sekiro too. It's just one of those games. They kind of have this mold of the game they're going to make, and From Software kind of delivers. And they did it again, and it was a good game.
So then we have Outer Worlds. Isaac, talk about Outer Worlds.
It's a lot like Fallout, from what I understand. I haven't really played much of the Fallouts, but it's a lot like those. I just think it's a fun game to play. I liked it a lot.
Then we have Far Cry 5. That was one of my favorite games of the year. I absolutely loved it. Far Cry New Dawn, though, is the one in this category. Very good game. Borderlands 3. Brody, talk about Borderlands 3.
It was the newest installment. I didn't really play it.
It's just a game. It happened.
But it's pretty much the same as it was with Sekiro. It's probably like Borderlands 1 and 2. Probably very similar.
Probably maybe a good game. We probably maybe shouldn't have included it in this list.
And Apex Legends. Very fun game. Loved it early 2019. But the winner is Sekiro, Outer Worlds, and Far Cry 5.
Because we can't make decisions.
It was a tie. Like three of us tied, and we couldn't figure out how to do it. So
mostly because there's very little voting power in this committee, in this micro committee.
So congratulations to those three games. You guys did a good job. And here's to 2020 Game of the Year Midday Mumbles Award, Mumble Award.